Hi Hamish, and welcome to Paddle to Fitness, the video analysis section of our business. And had a bit of a look at your video, mate, so we'll just go through that now. A couple of just main points we'll work on to start off with. I won't give you too many points. And also I'll just give you a look-see, I guess, of one of our other paddlers, just so you can compare on where you need to get to. So let's have a look, and I'll see you at the end. Okay, Hamish, so mate, just slowing it down here, just the one classic thing there is just when you're exiting the water, that right elbow you can see is just way too close to the body and actually tucking around behind you. So when you're pulling the blade out, you're actually pulling the blade back into the ski instead of going out in that natural J stroke that we talk about. So, and then on the left as well, it's sort of coming in, doesn't come around as much, but it definitely is just too low. So our main first aim in is, mate, to just get those exit arms out a little bit wider. So we need to be able to take the blade out almost from when you pull it straight down, try and pull it straight down from the catch to the knee, and then at the knee, simply take it out on a 45 degree. Now, you normally do that by body rotation. So we just have to get those shoulders around, and then hopefully just get that blade out a little bit more. Now that's also going to take those elbows out, and that'll just give you a bit more acceleration at the back of the stroke. Now with your elbows, they are extremely low. I'll show you a video now of just how I want them to look like, but as you're just coming up here so we can get a side-on view, you want your elbows to be at the finish behind your back. So we're looking at your left arm here. Hopefully we get the right angle, but as you pull that through, we want to be able to see that left elbow out our back now, and even there on the right you can just see that it's about to come back, but here it goes and there's just really nothing there. So you're getting some good shoulder rotation there on that angle, but we really need to open up the shoulder blade, pull the shoulder blade back, and get that elbow back and up. So we'll just have a little side look at one of our athletes here on the Gold Coast for you to compare, and then we'll come back. So here we have one of our athletes here, made in slow-mo, and as you can see, those elbows are coming back in behind the body. There's good rotation there, and the elbows and the hand are coming up as one. Now the hand does come up a little bit further than the elbow, mainly because we can get it in that nice high push arm position just above the head. But you want to be able to exit the whole arm in one motion. So instead of just trying to exit by lifting the hand up, you want to keep that arm in that semi 120 degree angle there, as Dave's got, and lift the whole paddle up out of the water from the shoulder joint. And then as you get that up, get the elbow at least up to shoulder height. The hand can go a little bit higher, and then push from there. That's going to bring the blade out a lot cleaner. You're not going to have that big splash, and you're not going to be actually pulling yourself back into your ski. So that's the first point I'd like you to start working on, and now we'll have a look at another one. Okay, Hamish, so now we've just trying to get those elbows up. So now we'll just look at the push arms mainly from here, and they're probably just starting a little bit too low, mainly because the elbow's down there, and you actually have to start your push from that low angle. What I want you to try and think about is finishing the stroke up at shoulder height, and then starting to push from that high height as you're driving the catch down into the water. So that's just going to give you a lot more solid on the catch. And the push arm height at the end, mate, it's not too bad. It could come up just a fraction. I'd probably like just to see it just up around chin height. You're coming through there okay, and then you just start to drop away as you start to lift the other blade out of the water. What we want to do is push that push arm so it's at about chin height, stop it dead in that position, allowing the exit arm to come up to meet it, and then we start the next stroke as an independent. At the moment, you're sort of just going through the motions and not separating your stroke. So we really want some, I guess we used to call it ballet when I was coming through, but it's at least a separation, and that separation comes from the push arm. So give yourself time to exit. Now just with the back hand here angle, mate, you can just really see that the blades are probably going out not too bad. That one's not too bad there, but it's probably more the exit that you're coming up, and there you can really see that you're bending that elbow, bringing the hand closer to the head before you push. The left one's a bit better than the right one, but the right one's coming up here. You're really close. That's going to affect your balance. And not open up the chest to get that acceleration through the stroke. So we'll just have a look at a back view of Dave again, who we saw before, just so you can have a bit of a look, and then we'll come back again, mate. So here we have Dave, mate, and as you can see, the blades are going out nice and even both sides. The push arm's just coming across the body a bit more. And what I like as a coach, or what I can see from this back angle, that I can see that push arm between the shoulder and the head. I know we're on a little bit of an angle here, but that's the height that we need it. So the finish has to be at least shoulder height. And you can see Dave's stopping the push arm there and allowing the exits to come up to meet it and then start the push. The other thing with the elbows, you can clearly see that he's nice and wide. The whole blade comes out of the water in one motion. So the paddle's already going out on that 45. So all you have to do is just lift it as soon as the push arm comes to its rest out the front. And then so there's no double movement, it's just one acceleration all the way through the stroke, and then we can lift it. So hopefully out of all this you've been able to pick up a couple of tips. One tip I'll give you, mate, is that probably just the main thing would be, we want you to shorten your leg length a little bit. Your legs are just way too straight, and as a result you're just not going to get any leg drive at all, and you're going to pull everything with your body. So in previous videos I've spoken about a link, or the Paddle to Fitness link. It'll probably be good for you to just have a bit of a look at that. There will be a really detailed article on this in the next issue of the Ultra Fit magazine, so I don't know if you can get a copy of that, but that'll really explain everything a bit more than what I could here with this video. But the main thing is really with the link that I've come up with is to shorten your leg length. You want to be able to straighten one leg, and as a result, for that to straighten, we need to be able to move your hips around. So it's going to move freely in the seat. So one hip will come back, the other hip will go forward, therefore shortening that opposite leg. So I want to be able to see knees going up and down like this, and the hip moving forward and back this way. Now, if your back's nice and straight, then as those hips move, your shoulders are going to come around as well, and that will bring that elbow back, as you can see. At the moment you're there and pulling it out here, we want to get that around more, and therefore on the next side angle, when you send me another one in a couple of weeks, that I'll be able to see those elbows in behind your back at the end of the stroke. So mate, hopefully you've got a couple of things out of this, and we just look forward to hearing from you again, and thank you for using Paddle to Fitness.